Hey, everybody. It's a little early. We're about to get started with our week 2 midweek coaching call. So hope you're having a great week. We've got a lot to talk about. Actually, we don't have that much to talk about tonight. What I want to do is run through a few of the things that we've achieved. Rob and I, mainly Rob, has worked pretty hard this week to get some things done. So I want to share that with you. We'll take a look at Asana, look at a couple of tasks in your projects, or my projects, our projects. And we will then focus on the next steps, the call to action. The big emphasis for week 2 is the getting sponsors for your blueprints. So your goal this week is 5 sponsors. So we've got some good news. Let me just jump on over to, give me just a second. I'm going to go grab another screen. So as you see here, Isaiah, I got a new image, your image. I cropped it and made it the thumbnail for your video. AJ, I used the image that you sent me. I love the image, but the quality's not great. So if you send me another high definition image, I'll be happy to put that on your YouTube video thumbnail, which is what's showing up here on your page. So again, if you go to Isaiah.com, and Isaiah, your website, as we know, is your name. And your name is spelled a little differently. It has 3 I's in it. I-S-I-A-I-H. Isaiah.com. I'm so proud of that. That's my biggest achievement for the week, no doubt. So Isaiah.com. We just redirected that to this page, which is on, as you can see, Family Wealth Builder. But if I just go to isiaih.com and hit enter, it's going to take me right to this page, which has your video at the top, and then it's got links. Sponsor Isaiah. I thought that was a link. Maybe that should be a link. But there are a few links on this page, so I want to talk about this page and how we're going to use it. I just wanted to initially just show you that this is your page. So this is going to be the page that you will use to make a presentation to the folks that you have on your list who would like to sponsor you, or you hope they would like to sponsor you. So this will be your tool to tell them how it works. Rob created a form, a Google form, and we've embedded that in your page as well. Rob, I think you're watching tonight, and I didn't know if you knew this, but you have to be logged in. That's probably a good thing. But it is a form from Tremont Street Financial Group.com. So that's what you'll see on your page, Isaiah. So I wanted to just highlight that was one of the things that I got done this week with a lot of help from you guys. And so, AJ, this is your page. And it's they're the same page. But what I really want you guys to understand is this menu of services we're going to teach you, I'm going to teach you how to use this as your Pitchbook, if you will, the tool that you'll use to have a conversation with folks to enroll them as your sponsor. So we'll get back to these pages. I just wanted to show you these pages for both of you. And if we need to make any changes, I can do that here. I want you to see, this is my website, Family Wealth Builder of Houston, just familywealthbuilder.com. But if you go to the website, it's loading very slowly, but you'll notice that over here under Wealth Advisor Residency, I have put a link to each of your pages. So
Thank you for your interest in manufacturer.
So that's you, AJ. Good job. You can watch that video yourself. So let's jump into Asana. This is where we get things done. Excuse me. And you can see there Rob has 4 big items on the list. And we talked earlier this week, we talked last week, and we talked today about these items. So just wanted to go through them with you quickly tonight in this coaching call, and then we'll get to any of your questions. In fact, if you have any questions, go ahead and just post them in the comments in this Facebook Live, and I'll get to those as soon as I get through the next few minutes of Asana. So the Pitchbook, we're going to talk about the Pitchbook. I want to let you know that your email blast went out from MailChimp earlier today. So I'm going to check that as completed. I think that will let me complete. Yes. Even though it's assigned to Rob, I just checked it as complete. Our goal was to have all this done by 5 o'clock today. So we have achieved that task. It's completed. The landing page is set up. And that, again, this is a landing page. You'll notice that on your page, AJ, when folks click on johnson-aj.com, they come to this page, and there's really no navigation on this page. That's what makes it a landing page. So that's true for your page, AJ. It's a landing page, and it does have some moving content. I kind of like that, especially when you're showing it to folks. It has a couple of links I want to highlight, and then also it unpacks the process that we use. So this is important for your sponsors and prospective sponsors to understand. This is our process. We call it the blueprint for financial success, but it really is a template process. If you're a certified financial planner, you have a pretty clear process to use, and the blueprint is based on the same process I learned as a certified financial planner. So these are the steps, and you can read these, study these. I would encourage you to study these and get comfortable knowing what the steps are. Because when someone says, yes, I want to sponsor you, AJ, for example, you have at least 2, I think you have 3 links on this page. You have 3 links on this page, and they all go to the same place. So when they click on this link and say, yes, I want to sponsor AJ, or same with you, Isaiah, they will go to the Tremont Street Financial Group Invoice page, which has the Tremont Street logo, a Pay Now button, and the cost is $200. And that entitles your sponsor to a 1-year engagement with me, with a certified financial planner. And so that's an important thing to understand about the blueprint process. So one of the things that I wanted to do was make sure that you guys understand now you're ready to roll. You're ready to, let me see if I can get back where we need to be. You are ready to start engaging or enrolling sponsors for yourself. So there's nothing keeping you from doing that. We have a secure payment solution. I'm going to check that off the list. However, I'm going to make a note. In fact, I'm going to just change this secure payment solution with unique URLs. So I think that may be done, but Rob, if you want to put something in the comments, that'd be great. Because as you know, as you saw right now, when you click on any of those links that say, yes, I want to sponsor AJ, you're taken to an invoice page, and this is the single invoice page, so everybody's using the same link right now. But we're going to fix that, and you will each have your own page, your own link, rather. So that is how you will basically be credited with the blueprints and the sponsorships that you get. And you need to do 5 of those before the end of this week. We're going to close out the week. You'll have the weekend, but so hopefully that makes sense. Now, let's talk about the digital Pitchbook for sponsors. This is really the core main thing we want to talk about tonight. So, by the way, Isaiah, I like that picture. You are smiling. You're looking at the camera. You look comfortable. One thing I'm waiting for, I gave you my gear to record your video. You'll notice when you play your video. Let me see. I'll play it real quick. Your video is very different. I'm going to turn that volume down. I don't think you can hear it, but I just used a video template tool to create a video with some images with you in it. And this is just a kind of a placeholder for you. It kind of shares the message that you wanted to share in your video with your image and some other images. So I don't necessarily love this, but on the other hand, your video, Isaiah, needs to be just a lot more engaging in terms of the animation and the enunciation and the smile. So you promised me you'd be working on that. I was kind of expecting that today. The video, as soon as you get me that video, to our playlist or our channel on YouTube. Once it's there on YouTube, we'll put the thumbnail. If you have a different thumbnail image you want to use, just send that to me and I'll make sure it gets posted there. I like that thumbnail. I think it's fine. But anyway, that's the deal. That's why your video, your page looks a little different than AJ's. AJ, again, we could use a better image, just a better, clear, a higher quality image. That looked like it was a very small file. So that's why it's grainy. Anyway, so let's get into the process of selling or enrolling a sponsor. I don't know why my page wants to keep jumping, but I'm going to just keep this on the screen here while I talk. So there's so many ways to approach someone. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm going to see if I can get this to stay here. There's a lot of ways to approach someone to start a conversation about financial planning or investing. And I guess what I would say before I start to kind of coach you around how to do that is I want you to know that some people are interested and some people are not. It makes sense to a lot of people that a little financial planning can make a big difference in their life. And the thing is, everybody thinks of financial planning differently. So the term, the idea, the concept of a financial plan is different to just about everyone. And most people are a bit intimidated by the process of financial planning. And they're especially, in my experience, and I've been doing this for 30 years, they're also hesitant to trust anybody. And think about that for a minute. Why would people be hesitant to trust somebody to go through all of their financial information? One reason is because they're just not real proud of what they've done. We live in a culture where we like to compare. We compare one another. We compare the size of our house and just all that junk. So you just need to understand that the conversation you're going to be having with your potential sponsors is no different. Once you get beyond your mom and your dad and your brother and sister and all the people that already trust you and want to help you, you're going to have this conversation with a whole lot of other people who just don't know you, like you, or trust you, like those people that you have on your list that got the email today. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the idea of really approaching someone and having an honest conversation about something very practical and very necessary. And this arrangement that we've set up gives you the ability to really invite folks to receive some services that can be very helpful. But again, not everybody's going to be interested. So I would normally start the conversation with a question. Can you tell me a little bit about your financial planning or who you're working with right now? That's think about the question. Who are you working with right now? Do you have a financial advisor? Do you have a guy? Like, who helps you with your investing and your financial planning? Are you pretty happy with the services you're getting? Because I'm with a company, I've had this opportunity. I'm actually in this program. It's called a Wealth Advisor Residency program. And I'm working with a certified financial planner. He's training me. He's teaching me the business. And one of the things I get to do is I have a certain number of sponsorships that I can use. And so people who sponsor me get a 1-year engagement with the financial planner, with a certified financial planner. So if that's something you're interested in, if that's something you feel like you need, we should have a conversation. I'd love to show you what that entails, how the process works. So that was a lot of talking, way more talking than you want to do, but think about it. Let's try it again. So tell me a little bit about who you're working with now for your financial advice. Who are you getting financial advice from? Who helps you with your finances? How would you say it? How would you frame that question? I mean, if we were sitting here having coffee, it would be a real easy thing for me to do is look you in the eyeball and say, so who are you working with on your financial stuff? And that's probably how I would say it with most people. So who are you working with on your financial stuff? You know, I don't want to come across as a Wall Street suit, and I've been doing this a long time, and I wear a suit a lot. But the point is, you want it to be a casual, honest, authentic conversation, and your question is, just to get started, one way you can do it is just ask who they're working with now. Typically, what you're going to find is they are either working with an advisor or they're not. If they're working with an advisor, that's great. That means they value working with an advisor. So don't let that intimidate you. But just start the conversation and learn as much as you can. Find out what are the services that they're getting that they appreciate, that are helpful. You know, just if they're willing to tell you what they like about their financial advisor, that's great. Just listen and learn. And if you don't feel comfortable, pushing through that, then great. Just take that information and you and I will have a chat. We'll talk it through, but take some notes, have some conversations. And so that's one way to start the conversation. Your goal is to get them to say, yeah, I'd love to see what you have to offer. In which case, Isaiah, you're going to say, well, let me show you my website, Isaiah.com. Isaiah is my name, as you know. And Isaiah is spelled a little differently, so it's Isaiah with 3 I's, I-S-I-A-I-H, Isaiah.com. I love that. So you just have them pull up your website. If you're on the phone, they can do it while you're on the phone. They're going to see your video. I'm on AJ's page. AJ, you do the same thing. But then you're just going to have them scroll down, and this is the conversation. Look, typically, if you hire a financial planner, I just read an article yesterday. It says it was Michael Kitces. If you don't know him, he's one of the leaders. He's like a guru. And Kitces said that the cost of a financial plan is about $2,400 a year. And the article, all of his articles are pretty long, but that was the premise, is that people pay $2,400 for a financial plan, which is, I think, right. I charge $2,500. That's typically my minimum. And if you think about it, if somebody is investing $250,000 and you're charging them 1%, which is a standard advisory fee, that would equal $2,500. So what happens in this business is there are a whole lot of folks out there that say they do financial planning, and they say, and a lot of them have minimums, and $250,000 is a very kind of a normal minimum. And just do the math. 1% of $250,000 is $2,500. So that's how most of us in this business come up with our minimum planning fee, because we just can't do it for free. It takes about 10 hours of work, including 3 meetings and some work on the gap analysis and all of the things that are listed down here in the How It Works section of your Pitchbook, your digital Pitchbook, your website. These steps, if you think about them, if you understand them, and if you can explain them, you're going to see that it takes some time to do this. So my hourly fee is $250, and it's about a 10-hour process. And so that's $2,500. And, if it's not worth $2,500 to somebody to do a financial plan, then really you guys can sell sponsorships because you need to get started. But you're going to learn pretty quickly in this business if the person you're talking to doesn't really need or want what you have to offer in terms of financial planning, if $2,500 a year, or the way we have it set up here, $250 per month to have a certified financial planner retained to call anytime or email anytime you need some advice or some questions or whatever, then you're probably not a good candidate for wealth advice. And that's what we're teaching you to become, is wealth advisors. So, you can go, in fact, most of the people you're going to talk to, when you have a conversation and you ask them to tell you about the person who serves them in the, financial planning or investment management arena, they're going to tell you that they work with somebody at, Edward Jones or Merrill Lynch or Morgan Stanley or Wells Fargo or UBS or Ameriprise, or they might even tell you that they're State Farm agent. I was a State Farm agent, the only one in the Houston area who could charge a fee for financial planning. I was a certified financial planner, but imagine the limitations I had in terms of what I could provide customers and clients. It was very limited because I worked at State Farm and I could only sell the products that State Farm offered. What you guys have to offer, and what you need to be sure you can communicate with the folks you're talking to, is that we're working with, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. I put this information on the bottom of the page because I think it's really important. So you'll be working with Tremont Street, but we custody with Charles Schwab. We use a company called Orion Services, whatever they are, Advisor Services. That's one of our technology stack. Very expensive, very robust, very cool tool for giving consolidated performance reporting to our clients and also for portfolio management. So you won't get into any of that stuff until week 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But this week, you're learning basically what it is that you're offering clients. And so this page that I built for you is a page designed to help you tell the story. So I'm hoping you can do that. Another of our partners is Riskalyze. And then you see Money Guide Pro. These are the tools that we will use with each and every one of the folks who sponsor you to do our part to give them good financial planning advice, including investment management, risk management. So this really is an extraordinary offering for your sponsors for a one-time payment of $200. So I want you to just get familiar with this page, and we'll do some coaching around what it means, what they get, what we're committing to, what I'm committing to. And listen, you guys are going to have to engage some sponsors and sell some blueprint, the $200 sponsorship, in order to get your boots on and start learning the process. So we can talk about it all day long, but what I want you guys to do is take the steps you need to take, do your part, show us that you want to be in this program and that you understand the value of financial planning. And just use this as a menu. Let your sponsors look at this. You can print it out, create a PDF if you want. I would use my iPad Pro, frankly, and just create a presentation for each prospective sponsor, and I would open this on my PDF or my iPad Pro. I would open the PDF in a program called Notability, and I would just let the client take my Apple Pencil and tell me look at this menu and tell me if there's anything on there that would be interesting to you in terms of something you might need. So this is under the first column, $250. Just let them look at that. Investment risk management. They're going to have a smart client portal. That's where we build their comprehensive financial planning model using our software, Money Guide Pro. And I'm going to teach you guys how to collaborate with your clients to do that. Portfolio risk analysis is a very thorough process. We're going to do some data gathering. That's going to be one of the things that will be part of the next steps. I'm going to be sending you the intake form for your clients. I'll be emailing those to you or putting them in Asana. Monte Carlo analysis, simulation. That's something a lot of people really like. It's a statistical tool that really goes deep into probabilities of success for the plans that we build for the clients that we serve. Social Security optimization, pension maximization, healthcare cost analysis. We do a great job of helping people understand how much they're going to pay if they retire early and they don't have health care from their company. That's an important piece of their retirement puzzle. And then we monitor their plan for 1 year. So this is basically a 1-year plan they're getting for $200 to sponsor you, because this is the best way I know of to train you guys. So I hope that helps. We will do some more coaching around the kinds of conversations you can have to engage folks. But one is, I would start with just find out, are you working with an advisor now? How's that going? What's it like for you? What do you like? What do you wish was different? What is it that you really wish your advisor did better? Those are the kinds of questions you can ask right now. They're very good questions for you if you're curious to learn and understand as you develop a better knowledge of what's possible using the platform that you have access to as you go through this program. And once you get your license, your securities license, you'll be selling just like I'll be selling investment products, and we will get much deeper into the products as we move forward. But the blueprint, the engagement, the enrollment is all about getting someone to say, yes, I think it would be good if I had a better plan, and you're giving them the opportunity to engage a professional certified financial planner practitioner for 1 year to work with you to serve them and to provide a holistic financial plan. And they get to kind of pick what they want off this menu, what's important to them. So I hope that helps. That's your Pitchbook. Get comfortable with this page. Every word on this page needs to be basically part of your understanding of what it is that you're promising when you enroll a sponsor. So one other thing I want to show you before I move on and say goodnight is there is a link. You have a link. Yes, I want to sponsor Isaiah. You know what that does. Not interested in sponsoring, but yes, I need help with investment management. And when you click on that link on your page, when they click on that link, they're going to go to Riskalyze. And this is where they can get started, and they can put in their name, their email, and I'll just go ahead and start one so I can show you what it's like. I'm going to put Jim, and email. Let's see. That's a fake email, in case you didn't know. So let's see. These are the things that matter to me. I don't have any debt. I don't have any kids going to college, but I want to have some income in retirement. I want to accumulate some wealth, and I definitely want to retire someday. So this is my link, obviously, but when you get somebody to click on it, they're going to basically come into our leads, and if they're on your list, if there's someone that you know or you've put on your list, then these folks will become your clients once you become licensed. So even though they're coming into my portal, that's come on, nothing's working for me here, but let's just go ahead. We can talk about whatever. Let's put $100,000 in there. Oh, it's $1 million. That's even better. My current age is 57. Next. Okay, this is how much risk can you handle in 6 months? 14% gain, 14% loss. I think I could handle a little more than that. So I'm going to say, okay, yeah, I could handle that. And then it's going to ask me, is that the right number, or do I want less risk or even less risk? Okay, maybe my last choice was better. That gives me a 42. Yeah, that feels like me. Or I could go back and try again. I say, yes, that feels like me. And this is the survey. So put your phone number in. I'm going to put 832-895-1700, which is my office number. And then boom, all done. And then I will receive a lead in my email, which I'm not going to go to. Well, maybe I will. So I will receive an email right away, and I will be like, hey, somebody did this survey, and if it's one of your leads, then I'll be like, way to go. Anyway, that's the system. So I don't see it yet, but in a minute it'll pop right in, and I'll have a new lead. It'll be Jimmy is a new lead. So there it is, and I could go in and view the results, and this is just one of the tools you'll be using as we get into the process. So anyway, I thought that was kind of fun to just show you how it's all going to work, how your page becomes your tool for helping people engage you as a wealth advisor trainee. So I'm gonna jump back over. Hold on, give me a second. So that's it for tonight. I'll be looking at your comments, answering any questions, comments, suggestions you might have. And if you post those right there in the Facebook post, I'll be looking at them here right after I hit the pause button. So I'm going to probably shut down the Facebook Live now. And if I haven't already, I'll be looking at your comments. If you're not able to see this while it's live, well, just come on back and see it whenever you can. And if you have questions or comments, you can still leave those in the post. One thing I want to say before we close this out is that I love that little picture. Let's try it without the parachute. So one thing I want to mention is this Facebook page, Wealth Advisor Career, is a page that we created not just for you as residents who are part of this coaching call, but anyone who is considering sponsoring you has been invited. At least I've invited a lot of people to like this page. So when they like this page on Facebook, they get notified when we go live. And the reason we're doing that is we want to build a community. And we want our sponsors to know what we're up to. We want to be as transparent as possible. We want to be as open and clear as possible in terms of what it is we're doing and what it is that we're inviting our sponsors to participate in. So I just want to encourage you on this call to consider inviting your sponsors to like this page, especially folks who may not be, sure they want to move forward. Listen, we're going to have a very limited number. 100 is the number. So the quota, I don't know if you ever watch Wicked Tuna, but I love that show. I watch every season of Wicked Tuna. And when you fish for tuna, bluefin tuna out in the Outer Banks in North Carolina, they have a very small, some years, they have a very small quota. So if you're in the fleet and you're out there fishing for bluefin, you know, if I'm fishing alongside of you, my goal is to catch as many bluefin as possible. And if you want to sit at the dock and not go fishing, that's up to you. But there's a quota, and the quota gets filled. And when it gets filled, it's done. Payday is over. And so here's the deal. These Blueprint sponsorships, 100 is where we're going to cap it. And the reason for that is because I'm making a big commitment. I'm committing to work with, be on retainer with your sponsors for 1 year. And that's a big commitment. And that includes everything I just outlined in terms of the process. That's no small commitment on my part. And so we're going to get the first 100 Blueprint sponsors enrolled, and then we're going to start working their plans and their cases together. And if you guys have a couple and that's all you've got, that's no problem with me. We're going to be putting on some new trainees here pretty quickly. And that quota is going to get filled. In fact, I'm reaching out to folks that I know, and I'm saying, listen, we want to jumpstart this program, the Wealth Advisor Residency program. And to do that, I'm committed to sell some sponsors on helping you succeed. We need to pay for your licensing. The technology that we're using right now at this minute, it's probably $20,000 worth of technology that is being used right now. Now, I'm not saying I'm great at using it, but I'm the guy that wrote the check. And just the software that's allowing me to go live on Facebook cost over $1,000. This microphone costs $500. And that may not mean anything to anybody, but the point is, I'm going to do everything I can to make this program successful for you. I think it's an amazing opportunity. If you want to be a wealth advisor, this is the best opportunity you're ever going to find. And if I'm wrong about that, if I find another opportunity that's anywhere near as good as this, I will say so. But I'm telling you, you're not going to find any opportunity that gives you the ability to build your own book of business by providing quality financial planning with a certified financial planner for $200 for a 1-year retainer. The whole purpose is to give you a path to learn and grow your career. And we're going to be offering this residency program to students at the University of Houston. We have our lease set up. We started small with a few folks, and I just want to encourage you to take advantage of this before the quota fills. So share this page, Wealth Advisor Career. It's on Facebook. It's also on YouTube. You can find the channel on YouTube by searching Wealth Advisor Career. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that little button that says notify me if you want to be notified when we post videos, either live or upload videos to YouTube. And like the page on Facebook if you want to be notified when we go live. Even if you're considering being a sponsor, I would encourage you to like that page and just, if it's a long coaching call like tonight was kind of long, it may not be that interesting to you, but I'm going to be posting some interesting stuff. So I'm going to be posting that for the purpose of interesting you, hopefully, as a sponsor. So whether you're a sponsor, a resident, or someone just thinking about being a sponsor, or maybe you're a financial advisor and you're thinking about what might it be like for you to join us in this program. Either way, like the page, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. I think our next coaching call will be today's Wednesday, April 10th. I'm going camping Friday. I'll be at Lake Livingston, so I will not be here doing Facebook Live on Friday. But we will be back on Monday, 6 p.m., same place. And by then, we will be celebrating the folks that you've enrolled as sponsors. So thanks for your work. If you have any questions or you need anything from me, you know how to reach me. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the week and a